We're here on number 10, which is kind of their ending point and what I would call maybe one of our coastal hot spots here, with a ton of native areas kind of weaving through number 10 and 15 and 11 green and T complexes. But I want to just provide you all with an update about where we are from a construction standpoint and from a grow-in standpoint. The construction guys are days away from pulling out of here. A lot of stuff leaving the shop. We're kind of losing guys every day. So we're winding down here as they kind of touch up some cart path edges and some miscellaneous coastal areas, things like that. But for the most part, we are completely done. I would like to say that it has been an absolute pleasure working with LeBar on both sides, irrigation and construction, from the top down. Great company. Definitely had our bumps in the road, so everything was handled professionally, and a lot of really quality work went on throughout the project. So very appreciative for them. And from the grow-in standpoint for us, obviously the elephant in the room is 11 and 15 green. Those greens for us really are going to be the baseline for when we open. So we are pushing those as hard as we can. We're not missing a beat when it comes to mowing, fertility, things like that. So we are going to push those and just see what Mother Nature gives us and what they end up doing. So we don't want to hold on to the golf course any longer than we need to, but we don't want to let it go sooner than we should. So it's a balancing act for sure. But those two greens are coming in well. Our phase 2 greens, which is the big putting green, and 10 through 16 minus 11 and 15. As you can see where I'm standing, number 10 green, we've got 100% coverage. We're down to 120 in height, which might not mean much to anybody, but we're very close to what we typically would be at from a maintenance standpoint. So all the greens besides 11 and 15 are very, very close. And in my mind, we're going to dictate opening based off of greens. Tiff Tough, you can put that stuff down and almost instantaneously play on it. It's a juggernaut of a Bermuda grass. Tiff Eagle, especially opening in October and going into winter, is where we need to really kind of have our minds right and make sure we're making the right choices here. Because if these things kind of go backwards when we open up, it's not going to have the temperatures to recover. So when you think about rounds of play and when you think about limited rounds or how we're going to decide how to open, think about it in terms of, everybody has to step into this hula hoop to pick their ball up virtually, the size of a hula hoop to get your golf ball out of the cup. Well, that's, if you've got 100 people out there and the average weight's 175, you're 17,500 pounds inside of a 3-foot radius. And so when you start to put that amount of pressure on a juvenile plant as it's going into its dormant season, you need to really be weary and I would say borderline paranoid about making sure that we don't ding these things up going into a time where they're not going to recover. So that is our focus. We are, all things considered, everywhere else, doing what I would say pretty well. Tee to green, pretty good. We will keep you all updated. We will remain transparent. We will make sure we're going to open the golf course as soon as we can, and under the correct circumstances that make sure that everything is correct agronomically, and still that date is going to be in and around for sure our target date, if not the target date. So I appreciate your patience. Give me a shout if you have any questions. But we are rocking and rolling here, and we're getting into kind of full bore maintenance mode, which is nice to kind of get back to doing stuff we know without 1,000 people around. So thank you, and we'll be out here playing golf very shortly.